Hey people, Indrid here, 3v3, Quest for Redemption, blue team. E1 with an Inquisitor, an offensive hero with powerful control abilities, begins in melee but can get specialized ranged weapons alongside. Palaz as a brother captain, a durable hero, walks through objects, can be suppressed with powerful offense and support fighting in melee. And rounding off the blue team here, hiding, there you are, Perceptor as a Farseer support hero fighting in melee with some powerful buffs and control. For the red team, we got some Chaos fellas. KhornBite as a Chaos Lord, a durable and destructive hero, walking through objects, cannot be suppressed with powerful offense and disruption. The World Eaters elite scheme. Alongside, EagleRed, rocking a Plague Champion, starts with the damage of a time bolt gun, can get melee weapons, debilitates enemies and supports allies, can also repair your stuff. And we have some Black Legion rounded off the teams. MarkyMark as an Apothecary, support hero fighting in melee combat by default, begins with a heal and a passive health regeneration aura. And we got some Blood Ravens, some wayward Blood Ravens, helping out some Chaos fellas, it looks like. Strangely, there was no fight in the mid. Usually you get a 2v2 fight in the mid on Quest Redemption on first engagement. They just ignored each other. And the Plague Champion left. Plague Champion's now come back. We got some Nurgle worship going on. Now it's kicking off. There we go. Double the Stormtroopers coming in for Palaz. The Strike Squad taking a lead alongside the brother captain, waiting to pop the hammer. There it is. Chaos Space Marine is tied up immediately, and there's a banishment very early on for the Tomes of Titan. Heretics got messed up. There's some more Heretics in there. And they're getting torn up by Lasgun Fire and the Strike Squad melee. Another Heretic Squad comes in with a Doom Blast, just trying to get a model off that Strike Squad. But they can't do it. And those Heretics wiped, I think. Yes, they did. Heretics wiped for EagleRed. Should not have sent them in there. With the CSM tied up like that. Wasn't going to threaten the Strike Squad. 2-1 cap very early on for the red team then. The northern VP is contested. But the captain's found some more Chaos Space Marines to mess up. Gets in there. We Are the Hammer also gives him a splash damage on his melee attacks alongside the speed and damage resistance buffs. Tactical Marine dropped in the south. Oh, MarkyMark had a rough time. Scouts are dead. Apothecary's down. And lost a Tactical Marine. I imagine these Howling Banshees had a lot to do with it. With the aspect of fleetness on those. Sentinel decapping contested. Wreck point in the north. And the Farseer, an army onto herself at the moment, just holding up an entire Chaos warband here. Havoc's coming to the front line for EagleRed. Can the Farseer get away? No, she cannot. Did level up though before she went down. But the captain will try to revive with the We Are the Hammer active. CSM, Tax and the Plague Champion all weighing in with Boltify. The Farseer is not running. Perceptor stayed around too long and down goes the Farseer again. Perceptor microing those Guardians perhaps. Missed the revive unfortunately. 428 to 496 early on. 2-1 now for blue. And E1 trying to lock down the VP with a heavy bolter, heavy weapon squad. Maybe a Dark Halo. Can typically get in there against a single heavy bolter with a Dark Halo and some Khorn worship. Double CSM backing off. I'm surprised they're backing off like this. Oh, they're waiting for Raptors. I was going to say, because plenty of room for the CSM to get around, or the Chaos Lord to get around in angles on the heavy weapon squad, but they're just going to wait for a hard counter here, and the Raptors can jump in. Eternal War on the double CSM now as well. 20% more damage outputs. Heavy weapon squad leaves, having spotted the Raptors, and yeah, they need to get ground pound to protect that heavy weapon squad. And maybe... oh, she goes Holy Brazier. Could have got crossbow bolt pistol just to stop them in the tracks, but this will deal some power melee damage which will threaten the Raptors' lives rather than their movement. In the mid, but the captain's found some more Heretics. The Interceptors on the field getting out of there. Some plasma grenades. We've got shotgun scouts. MarkyMark replacing the scouts and also getting assault squad in play. Fantastic synergy with the Apothecary who can heal them. And Plague Champion getting into some melee too. The Plague Sword could maybe get Mucus Discharge to support the allied assault marines. Level 2 Brother Captain's done well so far. Strike's quite of a decent chunk of XP as well. Shuriken gets jumped by the Assault Marines. I don't think these Guardians here, they don't have enough energy to threaten with grenades. But they back off anyway. Still a bunch of Eldar Pew Pew trying to bash this contested power node here. Basically never sees generators on it because it's so hard to hold it. Pushing through the northeast here is KhornBite. And there's the Inquisitor going after the Raptors with that Holy Brazier. Does this weapon have a, or at least did it, have an equivalent in tabletop? A Holy Brazier? So no, Dawn of War 2 was around like 5th, 6th edition kind of time, I think. Maybe even earlier than that. Light grenades, he's trying to get close to them. But that was a lot to ask. Gets a heal from the Apothecary, making sure he can retreat safely. Apothecary should reposition a bit more north to help out these other fellas with health regen. He's just trying to hide from stuff mainly. Havoc's in trouble. Interceptors on them. Farseer is still down there. It's a good push by the blue team. With Banshees following up Interceptors, that could be really nasty. Now a Vindicator Assassin in tier 2 for Pallas. No war gear yet for that Brother Captain. Can we see a revive now on the Farseer again? Maybe call it out this time. Fetid armor on the field. No war gear for the Apothecary. No war gear for the Chaos Lord. Scouts are going to wipe. MarkyMark leaving them out in the open there. Not sure what happened. Apothecary. Wasn't microing the Apothecary. Gets more scouts. Farseer back to her feet and running away. Pallas didn't play. It's a nasty army here, isn't it? A lot of stuff you need to deal with. Aspiring Champion Heretics and that Plague Sword Plague Champion will threaten the Interceptors, so Pallas needs to be careful about how he kicks off those fights. Just sending the Interceptors in too early could get them messed up very quickly. Probably worth just hitting the other hammer, sending the Brother Captain in there soon. First to try and draw some fire, then follow up with the Interceptors maybe. Like grenade hits, it will spread to all those units, do some damage over time. The Marines can tough it out typically, unless they're standing where it blows up, because that could be quite nasty. Inquisitor, you leveled up yet? Nope. No other war gear either, just saw a stomp on those Raptors. There's the Holy Brazier, damaging those CSM as they run through. 366 to 434, kicking off in the mid. We have some ward from the Nemesis warding staff. Not to be confused with Matt Ward, who's a whole other problem. Primaris Psyker on the field for E1. Vindicator Assassin was taken out over here. Good special on the Banshees there. Apothecary is also in play. Might need to heal the Plague Champion, Mr. Apothecary. Oh, he's going for an axe. He wants to get some melee going on. Primaris Psyker with those ranged psychic attacks that bounce around units. Or bounce around models inside a unit, I should say. It's a cool attack. It's been nerfed like more than once, I think, since he was put into the game. He's got some cool stuff. Don't get to see him very often. Plague Champion in on the Interceptors. That Plague Sword ignoring melee resistance and dealing power melee damage. Assault Squad with their sergeants are now super isolated. Need to back away. Maybe thought about jumping the Guardians to get some hits in, but the Shuriken's right there. Oh, Primaris Psyker in trouble. Should be okay. Unless the Raptors can get there. They're all the way in base. They could have maybe turned and finished him off there with the big old demon wall, but it could have been risky. Dropping a couple of models on retreat, including the Aspiring Champion. Look how far forward KhornBite was. Really susceptible to the flank there, and they sure did get flanked. Looks like everything survived. I don't think they had a tier 2 unit up. Where have the resources gone? Aspiring Champion, they've also got grenade launchers in. Ward up on the strike squad now. He's 30% damage, I think, is it? Doesn't tell me there. I believe it's a 30% damage resistance buff. I like the animations with the staff. That one-handed thrust is pretty cool. Oh hey, Chosen Plague Marines on the field for Eagle Red, unique to the Plague Champion, dealing damage over time around them, passively, also with their weapons, and they can create zombies too. Not to mention being very tough. Holy Brazier thrown down, then the Inquisitor leaves, and a Falcon hits the field. Support vehicle for Eldar, you can jump inside of it and also reinforce off it, and has some pretty decent weaponry. Missile launcher in response here. Was that a shot? I think that was a shot. But they got awfully close there. Chaos Space Marines with Mark of Tzeentch for Eagle Red. KhornBite going double Mark of Khorn. Awesome. Big old Chaos melee army. It'd be really nasty if he pops Bloodlust. Got that Khorn worship going on, of course. Was that? Yeah, that was an artillery spotted a shot there. Can he get a decap? Jump the Raptors onto the heavy weapon squad, and then do a grenade barrage on the guardsman maybe, and split up your CSM. There's the jump. Yeah, going after the heavy weapon squad. These guardsmen do have plasma guns, so they will really hurt the CSM until they get into melee, of course. They killed a raptor pretty quickly there, did they? Oh no, that was the sentinel going down, dumbass. I just saw some red pop up. Farseer, you okay there? Maybe? Yep, she gets away with the gravity blade. Oh, maybe not. Assault squad were in retreat path and they go and get the Falcon down. So the brother captain threw ward on the Farseer there. Help her out. Raptors with that cacophony effect when they jump, suppressing stuff. It is very, very loud. There is a webway over here. Does KhornBite have an aspiring champion? Yes, so they can spot it if they get close. These guys in a bad spot. They managed to dodge that attack though from the Primaris Psyker, who now has Diviner's Foresight. Increasing the damage to 18.33 psychic DPS. 266 to 420 on the VPs. Inquisitor wants to fight, maybe. Oh, no, maybe not. Then she flees. And it's a Lightning Claws Chaos Lord into the Mantle of Hate. You can use it to shut down a single entity because it floats them in the air while it drains life off you. Ward on the Strike Squad going in on double CSM with Mark of Khorn. Interceptors now showing up. Overextension here by KhornBite, I think. Scouts trying to help out, maybe looking for a grenade. Or something. What are they doing? Yep, they're looking for a grenade. They really risked a lot going for that. And then they run into a levitation field. Chaos Lord still here. Getting the Icon of Khorn for heal on hits. Synergizes well with the Lightning Claws because they attack quickly. Big old light grenade throw, eh? Big push by the Chaos fellas here. With a little help from some scouts. Did they scouts make it out? Yeah, they did. Tier 3 for MarkyMark. All of the blue team already in Tier 3. And we have Grey Knight Terminators coming in. Chaos Lord. Oh, Hammer of the Witches on his face. He was doing well there. Healing off those hits. I wonder if he could have stuck in that fight and killed the brother captain, despite having less health there because of the heal. Farseer sprinting up to the northern VP. Inquisitor will have some kind of meeting between them. I'm not sure what's going to go on. See a councillor up. Were they called in or were they purchased from the HQ? Not a lot of red for Perceptor, so maybe they were called in. And a D-cannon, nope, Fire Prism on the way. Inquisitor grabs the contested wreck point. The Psycho will help manage all of that angry chaos melee stuff with his snaring abilities. Still fighting over that central node, eh? Fully matured wreck point here. Guardian's trying to get on into it. Not sure what the Seer Councillor are up to. Looking for power bashing, maybe. help them level up, or they could just be looking for a big old flank. Vanguard veterans on the field now for MarkyMark. Resets their level, but you get a bunch of power weapons and a big chunk of hit points at level 1. Grey Knight Terminator is here to have a word though, and these guys have splash damage, power melee halberds, and they hurt. Vanguard veterans get a heal though. Now the Apothecary is trying to fight them with combat stims up. Not sure if it's been used. Oh, maybe it was thrown onto these tactical marines here. 230 to 395 on the VPs. Where's that fire prism? It is going straight through the mid right now. Lehman Russ on the way for E1. KhornBite still stuck in tier 2. Raptors get the jump. Was this a smart army to get against an Inquisitor? Yeah, because I was going to say Purgatus kind of messes it up quite a lot. But he wants his corny melee stuff. Raptors run. That is the telekinetic dome. Providing some damage resistance, I believe, these days. And a Chaos Predator on the way for EagleRed. KhornBite does go tier 3. Has a Lehman Russ to deal with now, and Executioner's coming in. It's going to be bad for those globs of Chaos melee fellas. Fire Prism taking a little bit of damage. What do we got in terms of AV? Missile launcher, we got these guys with the Power Fist now. Those other attacks have a plasma gun. Nothing much in KhornBite's army. But EagleRed now has that Predator tank and going for Mark of Khorne for increased speed and increased damage output. Chaos Lord having a grand old time against those Banshees. Into level 2. Inquisitor's also level 2, but the Captain's level 5. He's been quite effective on the front lines. Level 3 Farseer now has Runes of Reaping and Armor Versurian, so a lot invested in her. Level 4 Blade Champion, and the Apothecary is level 2. Tank gets some shots in. Oh, those are Paladins now for Palas. Unique to the Brother Captain, they're a threat to that tank. Speaking of tanks, some pretty effective power bashing by this Lehman Russ here. 2-1 for blue, but what is... Oh no, it's not. Red team have both the naturals and some power bashing from EagleRed. Tank trying to stay really far away from the Paladins. Those guys with heavy melee Nemesis Demon Hammers. What about the Interceptors? They can get Sire Cannons. No sign of them yet though. Oh, down goes the Fire Prism. Why was it so close? Not sure what got it in the end. Maybe it was combat stimmed missile launcher or something. Hey champion, what are you fighting? Interceptors in the water there. Creates a zombie who gets up and just starts shooting stuff. There we go. Get into melee, Mr. Zombie Interceptor. Blight Grenade, a decent throw again. Although it's only piercing damage, or is it flame damage? Either way, these Paladins and Terminators will be resistant to it, but it's some damage over time. Messes with their regen at least. 150 to 340. There's a Purgatus. That's all that can do. We now have Melter Raptors. That's one way KhornBite can respond to the tank. They have tons of red, so we may see Terminators from KhornBite with the autocannon maybe. Unless he wants to try and fight that big Ordo Malleus melee blob with his own melee stuff. Which would be a hell of a fun time actually to watch. Wonder who would win that. With double Mark of Khorne CSM in there. 148 to 336 on the VPs. These Interceptors down to a single model. What are they doing? They are now running another good Blight Grenade throw. Blade Champion may go down. Shotgun Blast, has it saved him? No. There was no save. There's another Fire Prism. And the Levitation Field, I think, completely missed stuff. Vanguard Veterans go after it again. There's a whole bunch of Ordo Malleus scary melee things to take him out. The Seer Council having a rough time. Seer Council wiped out. Chosen Plague Marines doing a fantastic job here. Superb work. Also Interceptors they were fighting. That was amazing. Only dropped one model. They have that death explosion that heals their own models and damages enemies and knocks them down and stuff. Makes a big difference in those fights if they're able to stick in. Terminator's on the field now for MarkyMark. Perceptor a bit depleted, dropping those Seer Council. Level 4 Farseer is back at base. In the north, it's blue. So blue team do have a 2-1. Got some VPs to make up though. Raptors on melee mode to tie up the heavy bolter, and then Purgatus comes in and just does so much work. That just wins the engagement, right? Now some Kassakin on the field. Specialist infantry that can change their change their weapon to combat all targets, and they can change it as much as they like for free. They get all the best stuff. Sticking to their hotshot lads guns at the moment. Might see plasma from them. KhornBite with a tank on the way. Was hoping for a great unclean one, but maybe it wouldn't have been the best idea against all that Ordo Malleus stuff. Double cap now for blue. Palaz and E1, to be fair, have been so solid. Is this the same tank? I think it is. It's got a bunch of XP. Done well to keep it in the fighting and leveling it up and stuff. Keeping away from those paladins. Interceptors. What's going on here? Can they not? Why are they not reinforcing? And level 3 surely wants to keep them alive. Oh, it's because they want a Vindicator Assassin. They just don't have the population to reinforce them, I think. Tank is acting a little bit weird. Fireperson backs the hell off. Ward used a little bit early there for me, actually. There's Bulwark now on the Paladins. I think you should use Ward once something actually starts taking damage. It was basically completely wasted there because they were damaging the Granite Terminators and Ward was thrown on the Paladins. Maybe it was done to dissuade the enemy from attacking the Paladins. If that was the case, it worked perfectly. Big Champion goes down. Chosen Plague Marines were down in there as well, I think. While I was yapping. Uh-oh. Chaos Terminator's in big trouble. Did they use their teleport already? And there's Levitation and Banshees are on them. With a bunch of power melee stuff. I assume they were called in to try and... Oh, they got claws. To try and power fist the Fire Prism. Yeah, there's the teleport. They should have it. Down goes the Chaos Pred. Terminators need to get moving. I'm not sure if they can get away. They've already used that teleport. That was such a risky spot to pull them in. There's Touch of Nurgle. Looks like maybe they're going to make it out. Yeah, Paladins did not keep chasing. They were also getting very low themselves. Terminators of MarkyMark with an Assault Cannon and E1 with Baneblade on the way. More Seer Council for Perceptor. There's that Vindicate Areas. Using Exodus rounds against infantry, can switch to Turbo Penetrator for large targets. 142 to 201 on the VPs. The Terminators are not leaving, and they get a decap. Plague Champion's back to his feet. Level 5. MarkyMark is down. No Laramins, I guess. Maybe they weren't down at the same time. Chaos Thor's taking some damage. You have an auto cannon and a bunker. Oh, the Lehman Russ was taken out. I see. I guess the Raptors got it done, eh? Well done, fellas. Maybe Khorn will give you a medal. It's probably like just blood and bones or something, but you'll love it. Decent Black Grenade again from EagleRed. Although it also landed on the Vanguard veterans pretty heavily. The Banshees had to run. Abbots with a las cannon. Now fleeing. They want to get shots on the Fire Prism there. EagleRed. I think it's worth getting some more Markozine CSM. I think it is worth it. Lightning Claw, Chaos Terminators. We'll see what they can do. Big Champion fleeing. Northern VP uncapped. There's the Baneblade. Raptors jumped the hell away from it. Oh, Judgment is up on them. So that means an Inferno pistol is in play. Well played, Perceptor. Sprinting through those Seer Council to get a decap. That could be vital. 118 to 191 on the VPs. Can they get a double cap quickly? I don't think they can. It's going to be a 2-to-1 though. Kasrkin are fast capping. Do they need their sergeant for it? Yeah, I think they do. Well, he's coming in. Power bashing the node. There's the Chaos Predator. Marco Zinch, I guess, to help with this Baneblade, but the Baneblade will mess it up. Raptors jumping through. And there's Bloodlust. Doesn't affect the tank. Just to help those Raptors. Melter Bomb goes in. Raptors getting their pathing messed up, I think, by the tank there. Well, that was good damage output. Baneblade taking some big hits. Bloodlust is a global ability of the Chaos Lord, granting your infantry army more damage when they land attacks. You get more of a bonus for melee. Gartus didn't quite hit all those Marines, and they got the Baneblade down. In the first fight, they got it. Well done, KhornBite. Good use of the Raptors, good use of Bloodlust, and it paid off. 118 to 144 on the VPs. Blue team are gaining back some ground here. E1 with tons of red or Rocket Run could win it if it gets something off a VP. What is this? That's Heretics with grenade launchers versus Kasrkin in a very strange melee fight. We'll have some Bloodletters. Blood sacrifice used by the Chaos Lord, and there's some Khorn worship as well. They're using their sprint to get away. And they didn't actually drop a model there. Some brave Kasrkin bravely running away there. What is this? That's the Fire Prism. Right, the Captain's fallen. No, it's level 8. It's been amazing. Meanwhile, Chaos Terminators are messed up. There's Pergatus, played Champions down. Don't think they can stop the Paladins getting the kill. There it is. EagleRed down to 3 units now. Where are does Marco Zinc CSM? They're coming out of base. I completely missed that Chaos Terminator fight. Here's the Predator for MarkyMark. Fresh out the HQ. What level are those Raptors now? Level 3. Does it tell me the damage on the Melter? Hopefully it does. 16.5 DPS. And those level 1 values, of course. We do have some Plasma Kasrkin now. And those Plasma Stormtroopers rocking their fanaticism off those Acolyte fellas. Could maybe avoid a tank shot with it. Nobody can grab the VP. Everyone's too angry. Sneaky Eldar shenanigans over here. Using the webway with sneaky Eldar Banshees. Oh, it's level 4, these guys. There's a war shout. Take champion as a word with his stinky sword. And a chuck grenade. No chuck grenade? Train some zombies. Should have chucked grenades at his feet, surely. Banshees are going to get away, but they did not decap or anything. Is it kicking off in the north? Not really. We do have a noble shrine that's being worshipped. That's going to heal all these guys and allow them to reinforce. Pretty handy. Pretty handy. Perceptor's got a D-cannon, but where is it going? Oh, well, nowhere at the moment. 118 to 90 on the VPs. Vanguard veterans jumping in. Down goes the Inquisitor. Soaking up a lot of damage, allowing other things to push. And the Vanguard veterans should be able to get away. There's Malignant Blindness from the Chaos Lord. Oh, and an orbital in the back lines. Big old fight. Trying to get this Fire Prism down is that tank. And gets it. Hunted it down with Mark of Khorn. And Bloodlust again from KhornBite. Raptors having to jump away. And then probably retreat yet. See, Council wiped. KhornBite made this angry melee army work, you know. Awesome stuff. 118 to 90 on the VPs. Eagle Red with some Noise Marines, Blastmaster Noise Marines that is. That was a good fight for the red team. Palaz is still very strong with Terminators and Paladins, and now a Purgation squad. With a Conversion Beamer, still have the Strike squad too. Not to mention a level 8 Brother Captain. It's worth getting Mantle of Terror for the battle rights and to reduce the cooldown of the Ward and Bulwark as well. But they have something else on their mind. Little bit of population to play with, not a huge amount. Eagle Red gets a Havoc squad. Got some zombie Banshees as well. Perceptor still having a go at this VP, which I think is the right call. There's a grenade. Using a D-cannon on this VP. That's interesting. Potentially awesome. They could use the singularity on stuff that's approaching here. Vanguard veterans are coming in though. Red team have the northern VP. 86 to 90, 2-to-1 cap. Can these Guardians get a heroic decap here? They cannot. Vanguard veterans made it. And they jump again. All these guys now need to leave. There we go, big old retreat. In the north, red team punching through. Raptors are wiped. Those guys did so well. Big, scary melee Ordo Malleus army. For now, avoiding the scary Khorn army. They do run into a levitation field though. That's pretty effective. CSM having to flee. We do have a side cannon on those fellas, and the Paladins. Oh, the Paladins don't have their side off. Sad Paladins. Brother Captain trying to get the cap. Gets a decap at least. 56 to 90. Another Lehman Russ. Gone for Vanquisher this time. The Khorn tank level 3 for KhornBite. And another Chaos Pred on the way. And there's that Loyalist Pred. Red team retaking Northern VP with fast capping tax. Can Perceptor pull something clever on this? Or maybe not, as Vanguard veterans here and Havocs. It's doable, but not easy. Could drop an Autark onto the Havocs, and Farseer and Banshees could maybe mess up the Vanguard veterans because of levitation field. Farseer is retreating. Missile tax level 4 did get the VP, having to back off now though. Gargatis. I don't think she was where she meant to be because of the knockback, that Inquisitor there. Banshees are in the north though. Trying to distract and confound and make things panic by running into the back lines, I think. They drew some attention, opening up the cap here. Look at that. Rocket run from E1. Decent damage, decent hits. Keeps things off the cap. Down to 33 VPs, the blue team now. There is the 2-to-1. Kassakin getting it. Apothecary's not happy. Level 4 has the improved medical equipment now and armor of the Apothecarian, but goes down. Terminators are going to cap fellas. Nope. Singularity goes in. That will toss down. That will toss around even a Chaos Lord. Where's the other Predator? There it is. Oh, goes for Mark of Zincs on this one. There is some repairs going on. Oh, Chaos Lord was taken out actually. 2-to-1 for blue. Can they hold on? I mean, they have some good units here for holding on. D-Cannon can disrupt like crazy. Fire Prism can. Got that Lehman Rust damage and big chunky melee fellas on the front lines. Level 10, Brother Captain. Scouts. No way you can do that, fellas. There's another webway. Vanguard veterans aren't here anymore. Getting around those Havocs and maybe get a decap. Oh, what is that though? I'll play champions here. Didn't even see you, buddy. Infiltration helps them get in, but can they get the plague champion out of there before he creates a bunch of zombies? There's the black grenade throw. Yeah, that's really bad to stand inside of, ladies. Gonna wipe if Perceptor's not careful. Almost wiped. They did get the Plague Champion down. But the Seer Council got too close and had to retreat, so they can't get a decap. North is still blue. But what was this? Sneaky Vanguard Veterans, that's where they were. They were getting a decap and then running. 10 VPs in it. KhornBite going for the long way around. Trying to get into a flanking position, maybe. Double Lehman Russes. I mean, coming from a different angle is basically always a good idea. Because in this game, units actually have rotation speeds and things. You can't just turn on a dime like it's StarCraft 2 or something. 33 to 31. There's a triple cap going in for blue team. Perceptor doing some work down there. It was Guardians getting the cap. Meanwhile, tanks versus tanks is usually a fight the Imperial Guard will always win. Fire Prism also helping out here. Conversion Beam helping out. It was a nice idea, but the blue team have a double cap at the end and they see it out as incredibly close, incredibly good game. Some awesome builds we saw. Big melee Ordo Malleus fellas, big melee Chaos fellas. We never did see them really go at it in a big fight, I don't think, anyway. Level 5 Inquisitor here. Brother Captain level 10 was superb. Level 7 Farseer doing some good work at the end, eh? Level 5 Chaos Lord. Plague Champion got to level 7. Some really good Black Grenade throws. And a level 4 Apothecary. And there you have it, guys. Thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed this one. And I'll see ya next time.